And I want to play a video for you right now. And this is a short excerpt from one of my previous Real Deals where I went into depth on the exact failures of Transport for London, the billions of pounds of debt being racked up. I go into detail about his fare increases. Again, I have more policy videos and detailed data analysis of this mayor than any candidate in history. And you can find it all on our website. You can find it all on my YouTube platforms. And I want to play this video for you now. And it's me highlighting the fact that when it comes to the current mayor, he has no experience in economics. He has no experience in finance. He has no experience in deal making. He has no experience in business. He has no experience in entrepreneurship. And he has no experience in the real world where I live, where I have been for the past 30 years, working in industries as varied from technology to startups, to engineering, to aerospace, to finance. I have been in these businesses and industries. I understand them. And one thing I do understand is you don't run them in a fiscally irresponsible manner. You make sure that budgets are hit, and you make sure that people are held accountable. And that's very, very important. So I want to play this video for you. Before I do, I want you to leave me your comments below and answer me these questions right now. Very, very important. Tell me, first of all, do you think the taxpayer money should be spent by your mayor on six-figure salaries, on gold-plated pensions, on first-class travel, on his personal PR, and on a publicly funded political campaign New Year's Eve show? Leave me your comments. Do you think that during a recession, the mayor should be increasing your transport fares, increasing your council taxes, and increasing your congestion charges? Leave me your comments. Do you think the mayor should be allowing the TfL to go bankrupt while he defunds the police, defunds the fire brigade, and also builds no houses with the 1.8 billion pounds he's received from the government? And finally, do you think we need new leadership? Do you think we need to take London in a new direction? Do you think we need new ideas? So please type in your comments now and watch this video from my Real Deal where I went into depth and talked about how the TfL has gone bankrupt under your current mayor. 26,000 pounds, 666 and 65 pence. That's what your household needs to pay. And again, I'll ask you this question: will that be cash or card? Let's be clear. This is our money. This is the money you work very, very hard for. It comes out of your paycheck as a tax. And I have a real problem when they go and overspend the money that both you and I work very, very hard for, that we could be spending on our families, that we could be spending to build businesses. They have no experience in economics, no experience in management, no experience in leadership, no experience in finance, and no experience in deal making in the entrepreneurial world, in the real world where I live. If you fail to balance your budget, you get eliminated. I have run businesses. I worked in the City of London in finance for 10 years. I know how to deal with these projects. I know how to hold people accountable. I know how to balance a budget, and I know how to run something that's fiscally responsible. And I'm not gonna ask you as a taxpayer to pay for my failings or the people that work underneath me. I don't need your money to pay for the transport. When the economy is running, you're making money. You can pay for all the infrastructure build that you need. You can help build businesses that will create more tax revenues. What does our current mayor do? He is crusading for a lockdown. He wants to shut everything down, and yet then he whines and complains when his transportation infrastructure goes over budget, and he blames our prime minister. Is that the way to run a city? I think not. I know I can do it. I know I have the solution. I know exactly the policies to put into place. We're gonna do this together. We're gonna make London world class once again. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week on Real Deal. And you can watch the full version of that Real Deal on our website, londonreal.tv. You can also find it on YouTube, our other social platforms. I've been doing live Real Deal broadcasts just like this every week, I think, for the past 3 months, each time going into a detailed policy and the detailed failings of your current mayor of London. I've spoken about housing, about families, about community, about education, about the lockdown, about entrepreneurship, economics, and you can watch more about that as well.